no further ado.
With
No
further ado, let's find out what the Warlocks are gonna do over on Too Many Warlocks. It's not playing the audio as far as I can tell.
This look, it's more cinematic this way, you know, because the hush falls over everything, and then the title screen goes up. Okay,
We'll do a sepia tone.
Yeah.
Get over that in the edit.
I was just saying, when somebody's not here, their picture should be sepia tone. Hello, welcome to Too Many Warlocks. It is Monday, and that means that it is time for Too Many Warlocks, and I, as always, am your benevolent dungeon master, Mr. Puck, and I am joined today by a slightly reduced team size, but it's okay. We're going to be all right. And they are in no particular order. One warlock with a side of mustache, Mr. Guy Boutomps. One warlock with a side of fiery spice, one Miss Keitri Tea Leaf. And one warlock with a side of reading, Mr. Penn. They are joining me today to play a game of Dungeons & Dragons, and when last we left our heroes, they had gone to a small town. Where did we go? We went to town? Or we went to...
Swift Currents.
Yeah.
Swift Currents. Right. We went to Swift Currents.
That guy died.
Yes, he did.
Yep. We are directly responsible for yet another innocent death.
You may be responsible for a death of sorts.
Not our fault. He would have died anyway.
Look, this is unavoidable. Really.
I would argue that quite vociferously.
Well, let's think about it. We're here, and essentially the thing that was gonna bring them death and then undeath was there already, like sowing the seeds quite literally.
We may have just sped up that process for him.
Yep.
There are forces at work. Truly, as philosophers have said, there are forces in heaven and earth that cannot be imagined of in our philosophy. So, you came to this town, you found out that there were perhaps some spooky scarecrows out in the fields. We got rid of the fields, seemingly got rid of the scarecrows, but then the scarecrows reappeared, scarecrows disappeared again, and then a dutiful member of this town was swallowed up by some creature that emerged from the ground. And we join our team with this now in progress. And this creature walks on 4 legs, has enormous clawed feet, and just a giant mouth. Like you could fit a ton of spaghetti in this mouth.
The 1 week we don't have our animal handler.
and as you think, what could we do with this creature? This is clearly some kind of animal. You turn over to Richard, and something's up with Richard. He has slipped away. He has grown his roots deep into the soil, and he is growing up the fields. But it's like Richard's not home.
Let's make sure that thing doesn't eat Richard while he's, not there.
All right, I want everybody to do a perception check on this creature.
And I knew you were going to say that.
He killed that guy,
He killed that guy.
which I totally know now, and I'm not naive about.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, wow. Guy, this creature does not look well.
Oh.
And in fact, large portions of this creature's flesh, not along the back, because the scales along the back are still shimmering, but around the appendages and the limbs and around the mouth a bit, the skin has begun to flake and peel.
Okay, I yell out, it live here, it's a victim too, eh? I think it just tried to protect the scarecrow.
It what? Why did it kill that man? He lives here.
We killed his scarecrows. Who knows? Maybe they are his kids, eh? Or kids. I don't know.
And it goes back underground.
Oh.
It was poisoned. It was rotten like the field, eh? It's got all necrotic on it.
Is it undead? Was it?
No, it's just a victim, eh? Like everything else here.
So is it something in the soil?
I think it live here. I think maybe it's the thing what poked the scarecrow back up through the ground. I think it was living happily with these people, controlling their field, keeping the bird away until one of us nuked all his scarecrow.
But they don't know anything about anything pulling down the scarecrows. We asked them.
And it just ate that guy.
Yeah, and
It
That
only
doesn't
ate
sound
him.
like it's living in harmony.
It only ate him after we killed all his scarecrow, eh? The scarecrow don't attack nobody. They stand there. They pop up. Ooh, a scarecrow, eh? It don't hurt nobody. And we blow them up.
what?
It's pissed.
What are the people doing?
The people have all retreated back into their homes.
Ah, yes, that's.
Remember, they were comfortable. They don't know the scarecrows go up and down, but they are comfortable with them. They know they are there, eh?
Mm.
Remember, he tell you, and I looked at Key 3, remember? You poke him, eh? It's just a scarecrow.
Mm. And then
Either
I'm
way,
gonna-
we don't have to fight it. Now we can just take these people back to the keep, eh? These ones can't protect themselves.
And I'm gonna walk over to Richard and just kind of do the very gentle, like, hey, and just like a little, hey, what? And I'm gonna turn to them and be like, what's happening with Richard? Richard, where? Hello?
Richard's not home.
Is he still stuck to the ground?
He's
He's
growing.
still stuck to the ground. His roots are dug deep in, and the fields are growing.
I mean, he did say he needed to concentrate on this thing.
And he said it was going to take a long time too, eh? Hours and hours. That's okay. It's the middle of the freaking night, eh? We take a rest while he works. And then in the morning, we take these people back to the keep and we go to the next town and rinse and repeat, eh?
Yeah,
The
but
ground rumbles some more.
yeah, I don't think I want to sleep with. I don't think I want to sleep with. And this is coming from me, who every time I start to get to sleep, I get wrenched away from it. So I'm like 2 days short on sleep right now.
He's like all ragged. His hair's all out of place. There's a bit of overgrowth coming in.
We got the cart right there, eh?
Are we gonna get the gargoyles to fly above the town, and that's how we're gonna sleep?
With them on guard, we stay in the cart. We don't even have to stay on this plane, eh?
Oh golly! Oh wow! You know we can go to different planes, can't we?
Sure
I
can.
wonder if we went to the astral plane, if we could see like what's wrong with the land.
Ho ho.
That's a very good idea, eh? You want Lady Bella to do it, or you want to do it with the sword, eh?
That only goes to
Yeah, maybe Lady Bella, because I don't think we want to walk into the fire plane right now.
Oh, that's only the fire plane. I don't know. Maybe you go sideways as to water. I don't know.
All right. Are we going to saddle up the cart?
Before we go, because I love him begrudgingly, I'm going to be like, rise, Noodle, and call out Noodle and be like, hey, give him a little kiss on the nose. Be like, will you please coil around him and just make sure he doesn't die?
I'm gonna pull out a piece of paper and write a note that says, "We went to the astral plane. We'll be back. Love the Warlocks," and just stick it on one of his spikes.
Love it.
This is... I couldn't imagine a more perfect scenario. All right.
Oh, and one more thing, just to make sure, eh? And I'll reach into Richard's pack because he's not going to resist me. Take out the control rod for his gargoyle, which is
Okay.
the only one that still doesn't have lipstick. Turn it till it's orange and bring the gargoyle over here and tell it to guard Richard.
Okay. And the gargoyle stands guard. It actually perches on this building over here and watches.
Nice. So we got a
There we
giant
go.
python and a gargoyle guarding Richard.
This is the A team.
He's better protected than us. Let's go. And you guys, I guess the mayor, he kind of got 8. Eh? Who's next in line? Eh?
Everybody has retreated inside, and they are not coming out.
Okay. Well, in the morning, we got to get them moving. Eh? These ones can't defend themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It's going to be hard to do, though, since Richard's growing their fields out. You know, the whole, like, but this is our livelihood.
Yeah, it's not a livelihood if you're dead. You don't call it your deadlyhood. Eh?
Yep. All right, to the cart. I'm gone. Also, I was watching. Oh wait, I took notes on this. This was some. I tell the others because I'm like, as we're walking over the cart, I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. Before this happened, Blackwind is in Cloudspire right now, which is not a great place for him to be, because that is the Cloud Giant mobile base, and it's up near. It's not good.
Maybe he's just spying on them. Eh? Remember when we met the other group? Redan said he saw him spying on the giants elsewhere. Eh?
But if there's like wars between the giants, dead giants, and then not dead giants fighting for blood. I mean,
and as someone studying necromancy,
the victims, eh? Scary as shit, eh?
If it's dead, you can raise it. So
there's that.
There's that.
Okay.
But come on, let's get on the cart. It's great. We'll talk about it later. It'll be fine.
I mean, the only way we're not going to change the course of a giant war, but if we could, I mean, this is a long shot, eh? But if we stop the war and put the ordning back in place, eh? Then maybe that whole thing stops and goes back to how it should be. But that's blowing smoke into the air up somebody's ass I can't even see, eh?
I don't even know where we'd begin with that. I think
Exactly.
we could talk to Redan.
Yeah, you know, my thought way better than my action. Eh? So, but for actions, let's get some sleep tonight, and we deal with the today shit today and the tomorrow shit tomorrow. Eh?
So, are we going to the ethereal plane now, so that we can go find this thing, or are we going to sleep?
Well, Penn, you look a bit worse for the wear, so perhaps a little bit of sleep would be good.
Yeah, just stay in the cart. Eh?
All right. I'd still think it'd be better if we took like shifts or something, but you know.
Well, we can do that.
Yeah, we'd be 5 minutes in the other plane. Eh? Make sure maybe we can talk to something over there, calm shit down a little bit. If not, we come back here, everybody sleeps. Eh?
Fair enough. And I'd like to think I'm officially shifting out of cranky into loopy. We're moving out of really pissy pin now. It's just like, it's fine. We're fine. Come on.
Fine. We're just going to go to the astral plane, the ethereal realm.
The cart, get his hat off, pull his cloak up over his shoulders. There you go, buddy.
Who's going to drive? Because Richard usually drives.
I could drive. All right.
They say being awake for 24 hours is like being shit-faced drunk. Eh? Maybe one of us drive. Eh? Key 3. Here's your chance to call her Lady Bella all you want. Eh?
Sure, I could take a crack at the whip.
I'd like to think that even though he's like completely out of it, he's just like, you just hear under his breath, he's like,
he's trying to communicate. Okay. All right. So, you get into the cart, and it phases out of this plane, and you phase into the ethereal plane, and you see a similar town laid out in front of you. But you also see a group of people that appear much older and much more primitive than the people that you've come across in this town.
Define primitive. Like Neanderthalic or like...
Not necessarily Neanderthalic, but pre-colonial. And you notice something else. These are orcs.
Okay.
Is there a look around? Is there any sign of damage or blight here?
You do see a little bit. You see some signs of corruption kind of emanating in paths from the ground. They're kind of winding in different directions and going different places.
Like underground?
It's coming up from the ground, but you can see it on the surface of the ground.
Like actively moving or just like coming out?
Coming out in places, but it's this meandering path that doesn't seem to make much sense, and occasionally more is produced.
That makes me think that that thing is the source of the corruption. I think he's the undead. No?
I don't think so, but that's just Guy.
But these old orcs are all kind of standing around looking at this.
Oh, they appear to be able to see it?
Yeah, they're looking at it, and some of them are gathering around the paths, and they're talking among themselves. You guys are floating above this.
And I'm in the back with Penn. Okay. I look at Penn and say, hold the door open, eh? This might be a real short visit. And I step out in front of these people.
Aren't we in the air?
Yeah, you guys are in the air.
Oh, okay. How far up?
I'll land the car.
It's probably a good plan.
I thought we were at least close. I don't mind dropping like 10 feet. I'll take a little bit of damage to make a good impression, but
Thump, thump, thump. No, you can get out after you land. Okay, once you guys land and step out, some of them look at you. And
Hi, I'm Key3 Tea Leaf.
Oh, well, there we go. It's begun.
it's probably better you do the talking.
Yeah.
they kind of look at each other and talk amongst themselves, because keep in mind how you guys look in this world.
Yeah.
And finally, one who his body is covered in these intricate tattoos, and he is wearing a kind of headdress, comes up to you, Key3, and says, I am Gal Kalash, former chieftain. What brings you to this world?
We're investigating this corruption and trying to figure out what's causing it to stop it. Noticed you were looking at it.
Yes, our people are quite concerned. We used to live among these lands long ago.
Nice lands.
Yeah, it was better before. But no, we used to live in this place, and we had a particular creature that would act as the guardian of our burial grounds.
Oh, like big silvery jaw burrows in the ground type thing.
Yes, like a land shark.
Cool. I think we've seen it. It didn't look so well.
Yes, it seems it's been corrupted by something.
Is that what's causing the land to get corrupted?
Yeah, as it moves through, it seems to spread it.
I was half
I was also halfway right.
right.
Everybody wins.
It's like
So-
sports day in elementary school.
Yeah.
So we're on. Wait, so this is, and I look at them and I'm like, so this is old burial grounds, like here or somewhere nearby?
Here.
Oh wow.
Do you have any way to call this amazing creature? I'm sorry if I used the wrong word. I don't know the right phrase. Any way you can call it? Because maybe we fix it and we fix the problem, eh? And I look pointedly at Penn and his staff.
Come
We
here to
can.
fix.
There is a ritual that my grandfather taught me to calm the creature. Then perhaps once it is calmed, you can see if can be cured. There's nothing left for it to guard here. Although these were our sacred lands, that was a very long time ago. And these people could not have known.
You speak of a long time ago. In this long time ago, you ever heard of the Avalon Knights Academy?
No, I'm not familiar.
Do you
You want
happen to recognize the last name Tea Leaf?
No, I think that's after my time.
Those were
Have you ever heard of the Grand Arc of it? No.
Why is that?
So I perk up a little bit when he talks about this ritual, and I'm like, you said a ritual passed down. Do you mind if I take notes on this, since we're helping?
Well, that might help with you being able to perform it. My grandfather taught it to me, and he said if the guardian creature ever came away from its duties and began to menace the countryside in any way, this
Gotta have
would
a fail safe, man.
look. I mean,
That's
it wasn't a
specific.
perfect system, but we had things in place. So he taught me this ritual, and it is to calm the creature, and then it can be handled.
Is this a general creature calming ritual, or is this a specific creature calming ritual?
I'm uncertain.
Oh, well, I'm gonna find out for you. So,
Okay.
Tell me
You,
more.
you have a great attitude for this
I love to learn. I am a learner of things.
because knowledge is power. Okay.
Oh man. All right. So I've got my book out, and I'm just.
So he details for you this ritual. There's a lot of chanting. There's a dance involved. And a key portion of the ritual is a large amount of meat of some kind.
Mhm.
That's one of the components. Is just a lot of meat.
Yeah.
All right, I can get that.
And you're supposed to get a lot of meat, and you're supposed to smother that meat in a particular root.
All right. Does the root have a name, or are we just going with a particular root?
You're gonna make me fucking name it. Okay.
I gotta know what I gotta get to do this.
Its Latin name is Rutus Particularis.
Yeah, no, his Latin name is MacGuffin. Okay.
Plantus.
Yeah. No, it's just nocturne root. Haha.
Oh, I see. All right. Cool. Neato. A lot of meat, nocturne root, dance, and chant. Got it.
And we have to do the ceremony in this realm here?
No, you must do it where the creature can find you.
So we go back to the prime material, eh? Okay. That's okay, because we're probably better at getting meat there than here, too.
Once the
They're kind of
ritual is
transparent, right?
once the ritual is complete, the creature will emerge, eat the meat, and then will be malleable to whatever you need to do with it.
Okay. So wait for it to eat, so it's not hangry.
Yes. Nobody likes a hangry guardian creature.
Thank you very much. And I mentioned it before, but if you said you got no place to go, and I pull out the map and unroll it and show them where the keep is. You want to fight the thing that did that to your guardian? You go here. There's lots of people already there, ready to go. Eh?
I think our time of fighting is over. This is where dead people go.
Yeah, you'd be surprised how many people are in this same plane at that keep. Eh?
Interesting. Well, perhaps we'll have to head out.
Because,
There's
we're not dead, but
yeah.
we're here. So
There's a dragon.
I was going to ask you about that.
Or magic. I'd like to think nothing happens. It's just sound effects.
He just does the hand motion. And then quickly writes in a book, learn prestidigitation. So that's cooler. He's like, oh, okay. Well,
It's just an offer, right?
I suppose there's little reason for us to stay here anymore. All right. Take care of the guardian creature for us, please. It has served us well in the past. Although I don't think this is the original. It's likely an ancestor or likely the newer generation of it. I'm not sure how long they live.
Guardian 2.0.
Yeah.
Oh,
all right.
We will
shall
do
we?
this.
Return to the regular plane. I just blanked on the name for it.
This is
the prime material.
Prime material.
there we go.
That's probably the safest place for us. At least we know the evil there, right?
Yeah, I guess we should head out. And I turn to them and I tip my hat and I'm like, thank you for this knowledge. It is greatly valued. And then I guess I'll head over toward the cart.
All right. And somebody do a perception check for me. Anybody can do.
Go ahead, because I would have said to Key 3 as we're heading back to the cart, that was a really good idea coming here, right? Well done, eh? That was smart.
Nope. I'm busy talking to Guy.
Yeah. Talk with Guy. Penn, you notice that Richard, there are 2 trees sprouted next to him, and they are wrapping him up in their vines and branches.
Like actively or
Actively.
slowly? Oh, do they look kind of like the same stuff that's coming off him at least, or do they look like any kind of way?
They look like the kind of thing that he's made of.
Okay, I guess I'm not as worried. I'm gonna walk. Like I was walking at the cart, and then I'm looking at my book, and I turn over and I see it, and then I like look at my book, and then I'm like, wait, and I turn. That's not normal. And I'm gonna walk over there and just kind of like look at this and look at Richard, and
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna knock on the part of the tree that's growing around him and just be like, hey, dude, what's going on here? Is this Titania or Richard or what's going on? I mean, Miss Titania, Mom, I don't know.
The trees do not respond.
Well.
How often do you get to
You
say
guys
that in your
laugh,
life?
but
I see. And I'm like, well, Richard's becoming a butterfly or something. I don't know what's happening. Is this a faith thing?
I think maybe his patron's just protecting him, eh?
Maybe.
I wonder what the wheat deer is going to look like after it gets pumped full of fey energy. I bet you it's not just twice as big. I bet you it's freaky when you eat it too, eh?
Oh man.
It's got ergot everywhere.
Is Can we see the snake and the gargoyle from this plane, or are they like something else?
The gargoyle almost seems like a piece of scenery. It's almost like grayed out against the backdrop of the building. Your snake, you can't see the snake. You can't see Noodle through these wrapping vines and branches.
Wait, Noodle's in there?
Well, I mean, Noodle's in the prime material, so we likely can't feel them. But
Oh, okay. I was like, I'm about to get an axe.
I'm coming, Noodle.
All
He's
right.
a tree boa. He's doing that thing where they do the back and forth and back and forth and back and forth.
All right. So I guess we'll leave that be in the meantime, in between time, and then I guess I'm back over the cart then.
All right.
I see no reason why we shouldn't rest in the cart. Hey, I'll take the first watch. I'm fine. Eh?
You could rest here
Oh,
in the cart in this realm where you appear to be safe.
yeah, where we don't have to worry about thing coming up out of the ground and going num num num.
Aren't we worried about
It's
the
Pac-Man
people
style.
though?
Well, they're in houses, so floors.
I don't know if I don't know a lot about architecture, but floor is just a fancy term for slightly thicker and less like uncomfortable than ground.
Can maybe one of you two ask Lady Bella if she can kind of park between planes?
I don't know if that's safe. Would
I
that
don't
even
know.
be?
Maybe I'm just saying ask the one who can do it. Maybe that's possible. If not, then we have another plan. But please say no, DM, because that just throws Lehman's tiny hut right through the wall. It's like if we could park between planes, that's.
Well, you have to ask her.
I guess in a three-way call between. Actually, I'll keep Guy in it too, since he can hear at least me and Keith through talking. I'll just
The party line.
the party line with the Lady Bella, and I'm like, I don't want to ask you this, but can you go between planes and stay there for any extended amount of time?
No, I'm not able to do that. I'm sorry.
Thank Glob. I don't want to be. I don't want to wake up with half of me in the ethereal and the other half somewhere else. Like
I don't tire easily. If you'd like, I can have the cart remain in the air while you recuperate.
Ooh, that would solve the issue. We
Yeah.
still might want to have somebody keep watch in case, like a hut disappears under the ground. That's probably
It's like a house sinks.
For sure, somebody got to keep an eye on Willow too, eh?
Yes. Oh, yes.
So
I
maybe
almost
we
forgot
just
about him.
we do the big circle around and around, and you look out the inside window and watch there.
Mhm.
We go to Lady Bella or whoever's watching get dizzy, then we go the other way to unwind.
all right. I'm in the back. I've already climbed in the back. I'm just like, yeah, that's good. And I've got my hat over my face.
Just like I'm rest.
I'll take us back to the prime material.
All right. You transition back into the prime material. And
Why don't you go in the back? I'll stay up here with Lady Bella and watch. Eh?
Okay. I can take the second so Penn can get a little bit longer of sleep. He looks a bit rough.
Yeah, for sure. Eh? I wake you up in 3-4 hours. Eh?
Sounds good.
all right. I need a proper avatar for this wagon.
I'm dreaming of meat because I'm like, where the hell are we gonna? Is there a metric like claim, or is it literally just quote unquote lot of meat?
Quote unquote lot of meat.
We just need to kill a cow or something. It's all good.
See, but is that a lot, or is like a lot like 50 cows? Because that's like contextual.
Well, we've seen this thing's mouth, so we need enough to fill that.
I bet all the people in this town. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Or am I?
No, I'm not evil yet.
Everybody walk into the monster's mouth, but leave your left arm outside if you possibly could.
Yeah. Walking, holding these roots. All right. So you guys are able to sleep. Lady Bella, kind of maintains a safe distance from the ground for you guys. Who's taking the first watch?
And that would be me.
All right. Guy, I want you to make a perception check for me.
Attempting to perceive.
Attempting to perceive.
Vaguely perceptive.
Vaguely perceptive. So as you're looking out in the prime material, you occasionally see some ground kind of turn up, like there's something moving underneath, and then it kind of settles down again, like it's gone a little bit close to the surface and it's just gone back underneath. Nobody's emerging from their houses so far.
Yep. Yeah, I'm imminent danger only at this point. If it looks like it's going to eat Richard, I might wake them up. If it looks like it's going to eat us, I'll definitely wake us up.
All right. So it is, by and large, kind of minding its own business currently.
Yeah, I mean, as far as Guy's concerned, his patron's watching him, so.
All right. If you guys are sleeping in the prime material, things are uneventful, and you manage to get your rest, and there's a rooster caw in the morning. And as the rooster caws, the fence post that it's sitting on disappears into the ground and it flies off of it.
So yeah, we land, but not there, I guess.
So, where are we going to get a bunch of meat?
I'm like stretching in the back. I'm like, oh no.
We're right near the forest, right?
You're right near the forest, and this is a farming town.
Yeah.
I guess we could ask the farmers.
They got some
Like-
livestock, eh?
Todd got eaten in the middle of the night. In order to make sure that doesn't happen to anybody else, we need some livestock. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Not to mention, we're trying to talk them into coming with us, so they're not going to bring it all with them, right?
can I would it be Arcana or Medicine if I wanted to do a check to see if I knew what Nocturne root was?
Do a nature check.
Oh, I forgot
Yeah,
that was a
got to
thing.
go
Yeah,
and-
that makes more
We got
sense.
to go and find some of that.
Well, they might have. Oh God,
Never heard of it.
What is that? Did I spell it right? Noctur. I don't even know what I wrote.
The book, help me out. Yeah, you got no idea.
I have no idea what this root is.
You might need assistance on that. So are we gonna go ask somebody in town?
Yeah, we got to find somebody who knows something about root vegetables, apparently. And then we need to find the Ed stock person too, eh?
Well, that was Todd.
That's right. Maybe the
Second
new,
in command.
or as we're going to maybe call him, the new head of agriculture here in Swiss Current, eh?
You notice that one of the places is called Paul's Butchery.
That's, yeah, for sure, eh? Oh, this is easy, then we just buy his whole stock, eh?
I don't want to pay money to save a town that. Man, this sounds really selfish. They should give it to us though, regardless. We're helping them.
Perhaps we could negotiate a discount.
Perhaps. So Paul's Butchery is, I'll show you guys, over here. Well, I'll just mark it. You guys gonna land in front of it, or you're gonna?
Yeah.
Yeah, sort of back into town square again. We're not subtle. We don't do subtle.
Okay.
Warlocks. So they head down there.
All right. I'll just tuck you guys all down over there. And yeah, you can go up to Paul's Butchery. Who's going up?
I guess we all are. I mean, I am.
All right. So you open the door, and he's got a lot of meats kind of hanging there. He's got sausages and things, all that kind of done up there. It's like, hi, welcome to Paul's. Having a bit of a problem in town right now.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
What can I do for you?
Well, you met us yesterday with Avalon Knights Academy, Arcanus.
Yeah, I didn't keep track. I stayed inside. I heard Todd got eaten.
Yeah, Todd.
So you
gone.
guys were a part of that, huh?
No. We're a part of that not happening.
Yes, we were, eh?
We happened to be there. It was very unfortunate. I'm sorry for your loss. But we're trying to prevent anybody else from being eaten.
Okay. Well, I mean, that sucks about Todd. He wasn't my favorite person. He had a lot of weird ideas about the Agri Center. But okay. So how do you have a plan so more people don't get eaten? That'd be great.
Yeah, we do. Real simple. How much for everything?
Everything.
And remember, you're talking to the people who are about to save your ass, eh?
Sure. You know what? Here, have these, and if this prevents the town from being eaten, it's on the house. And if not, then I will charge you later.
Perfect.
Excellent. That's perfect. Hey, you guys probably don't want to stay here because it's not safe, eh? But you ever considered being a butcher in a keep, eh?
A butcher and a keep. That
Yeah,
sounds
for
kind
sure.
of fancy.
It's a lot safer than doing it out here in the wilderness, eh?
Fair enough. Would they have a place to keep livestock?
For sure, I think, eh? Here, talk to our fearless leader here, eh?
Do you just push me forward?
I just literally, there you go. Talk to him.
He looks a little ragged. Would you sleep in your cart?
Hey, listen, new Todd.
My name's Paul.
Yeah, well, you know what? If you don't want to end up like Todd, you should probably consider leaving.
Kind
Because
of rude.
I'm
giving you meat here, man. Like,
look, you know what? And I just take a deep breath. I'm just like, look, I am sorry. I know how it is to work in food service. I'm so sorry. You're doing your best, and I'm gonna drop a gold in like a tip jar on there or whatever.
I accept your apology.
And I'm gonna be like, listen, the Avalon Knights Academy, and you already wrote it on his map gear, or a map or something.
No, that was in the ethereal plane with the
I
complete.
showed the orcs.
Oh, okay, it's my turn then. I pull out parchment and I just draw a rough map, and I'm like, this is the Avalon Knights keep, and it's a nice, safer place than this, but there's a lot of crazy stuff going on right now. So honestly, if this entire town could manage to get there, I'm sure we could shift your agricultural department there.
Oh, you're not going to get these guys out of Swift Currents.
But they'll die. Like, they will literally die.
They're going to die here anyway.
Yes, but the real question is, do they want to be undead? Because that's the kicker.
Okay. Yep. You're going to have to explain that.
We'll get into that later. Is there any way you could
Later?
Look, man, we gotta go get this thing before they're dead now. I'm trying to prevent the death, and then later I'm trying to prevent the undeath. The long and the short of it is, there's a lich. He's crazy. He's coming to kill you all. He also wants to kill us, but we're better fortified. So you might as well hedge your bets and come with us. And that's the long and the short of it.
All right, I'll ask whoever wants to come with me to go to your keep, and it's the lich isn't going there. You have some kind of anti-lich system.
You're looking at me.
We got that covered. No problem. You want a deception roll at disadvantage on that?
I was about to say,
Yeah, let's see that deception roll, guys.
For all this lawful good you're going for, I did not say he's not coming. I'm not lying to this.
Okay, so all right, and
to make this even easier for him, I take out 50 gold and I put it on the counter, and I say, if it helped to convince people to come, you tell them the Avalon Knights Academy pays pretty well, eh?
Yeah, okay, I'll put that out there. Sure. So, do you need anything else to?
Penn, ask about the route.
Oh yeah.
Your friend's kind of quiet. What's she trying to say?
We need nocturne route. We need we need that for
Nocturne
this
root.
meat. Yeah,
We give that to the cows to chew on while during childbirth. It really mellows them out.
Yeah, that's essentially what we're trying to do, just with a bigger cow. You know-
I see your face too, Doc. Childbirth was the wrong word. Cows with people coming out of them now in my head.
During calving.
I, on the other hand, understand that cows don't make beef.
Oh,
We're playing D&D.
What?
Anything's possible.
you've been here before. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, do you have a lot of that, like to put in this meat?
Yeah, I got a stock. I keep it out in the barn.
All right, well, can we just go grab that, or do you want to take us to it?
I don't really want to leave the house after what happened to Todd.
Is it well labeled?
Yeah, there's a barrel of it.
All right, cool. And I'm like, this guy, and I'm just like out the door.
I'm trying to get the biggest shank of meat they got hanging on a hook. I'm trying to lift it off the hook. And
Oh yeah, there's like some stuff in barrels.
yeah. I mean, my strength's 14, but
Yeah, not so much.
try it.
But he helps you get some stuff like out to the porch, and
Yeah.
then he quickly goes back inside.
So where is the barn? I don't know which is the barn.
He points to this one here, and he
Oh,
identifies
right.
it as his.
Oh, I meant to ask: are these buildings, or is this like flat area?
These are the little swaths where the crops are.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes more sense.
So maybe we don't cut through the fields, because that seems like nightmare fuel.
Yeah, I think for sure. We stay on the road until we're ready, and then maybe we put the bait by the main hole where it come out before. Once
As
we
we're
get it all soak up.
as we're walking over to the barn, I'm discussing with the other two, and you could see a little bit of that light in my eyes. I'm like, I wonder if it's like a spider. Do you think it can feel the movement in the root systems and
The moment you step off of the cobblestone
no.
walkway, the ground shakes.
I just stepped back onto the
Yeah, I was gonna grab him by the shoulder and pull him back.
So is this is just dirt, isn't it?
Yeah, these are dirt paths.
I think this might be a gargoyle job.
Oh, I can float.
Oh yeah.
Man,
Yeah, we got somebody who don't make no noise, eh?
So I'm gonna hover off the ground, and first I'm gonna float over to Richard and just take the note off of him so he doesn't come looking for us. Another plane.
okay.
And then I'll go float over to the barn.
Okay. You float over to the barn, and you're free to move your token.
Oh god.
When you open the barn doors, there are a number of stalls set up, and where you imagine there would normally be animals in these stalls, there are holes.
Uh-oh. Okay. I'm going to continue floating and look around for barrels labeled as nocturne.
It is deathly quiet inside. There, anywhere where it seems there was an animal is now just like a hole. And now it doesn't take long to find a small kind of barrel with a bunch of these roots in it.
I'm going to carefully pick it up.
Okay, you pick it up, and you're okay because you're still off the ground, and you are able to extract it from the barn.
I'm gonna
Relative ease.
float back to them and land down on the cobblestone path.
Okay.
Bloop. So there are no more animals in the barn.
Oh,
But I got this.
I
Yay!
hope it's not full, eh? Oh boy. Okay, for sure. Eh? You guys ever do a marinade for a barbecue?
Really you got to rub the meat.
You got to really rub it in.
Yeah,
eh?
yeah.
This next little bit's going to be a bit messy, eh?
Does anybody know anything about this stuff? Like, is it gonna like affect us?
I know nothing about it. Literally.
Anyone is free to do a nature check to see what they know about this stuff.
Sure. We'll see how.
Otherwise, I just start using it if I don't
Nope.
fall asleep.
You know exactly as much as Penn knows.
Let me try. If I fall asleep in 10 minutes, maybe you guys wear gloves, and I grab a big handful and start rubbing it into the meat.
Okay.
Ed, is he
Don't
okay?
sing that song. Don't sing that song. I'm pointing at Penn.
Is he the only one doing it?
Yeah.
I mean, he said he was gonna do it and see what happens. So yeah.
Guy, give me a Constitution save.
That was hovering over it. Well, yeah.
Constitution shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's fine.
you're
No
fine.
problem.
You look, you're Guy Boutops is a controlled substance enthusiast. Like,
Yeah. It make your fingers a little tingly, eh? But it's okay.
I'm still just in case I'm still using Mage Hand.
Do you want some help there, Guy?
Sure, if you want. I mean, the faster we get this done, the faster we get that hell out of this town. Eh?
Wait, I have a
Start rubbing it around.
flavor question.
a Constitution check. What's a flavor question?
So can I please use Mage Hand, but I don't want to have to like guide it, like, you know. So I'm thinking, can I just like make a slightly larger Mage Hand over my hand, literally just a glove?
Mage glove.
Mickey Mouse glove. Yeah, it's only got 3 fingers. Yeah.
I'm picturing that hamburger helper hand. Like,
But it's like slightly clear, so you can still see my hand in it. It's just like ghosty big.
no,
Keep talking. Maybe he won't notice Dawn rolled a 12.
yeah, no, like, and Dawn's actually okay. Well, sorry, who the hell is Dawn? Key 3. Key 3 is okay, although a little buzzed handling these.
In what way? Like,
Like just a little bit buzzed, like you had a couple drinks.
This stuff isn't so bad, you know?
yeah, Mage Hand glove.
Yeah, no, just regular mage hand.
Oh,
we got to take some of this back. Eh? I want Melissa to make a drink out of this. Eh?
Oh, I think that would be good.
It'd be like people for who absinthe isn't enough. Eh?
I feel like that's called a roofie, but okay.
Oh, we call it whistle whip in his honor. Eh?
He's not dead.
He will be after I spend a week drinking this with him.
Oh boy, I feel like did I because I'm using Mage Hand? I'm assuming I didn't have to make a con roll, and I'm just experiencing this.
No, you're seeing this from the outside. So your combined efforts, you guys have worked this into the meat now.
Now, see, this would be way better if I was a necromancer, because then I could just make it undead and just be like, go dance in the road for a minute.
I can make it go thump thump. That's not a problem. When you got to start the liturgy, eh? The speech, the singing, and the dancing. Eh?
Oh yeah, do I have to draw any circles on the ground, or is it literally just chanting? And like, I do not want to be offensive, so I'm not going to even like pretend like I know how to do this. So just like, you know, some kind of motion and chant.
You set it up, and then you kind of got to like do the motion and dance around it.
All right, I'm about it. I've got my hat in my hand, doing all the motions, just like, yeah, you know, whatever. Just
all right. Give me a performance check.
oh,
I will be following behind Penn, kind of trying to mirror his
Trying to
act.
mimic his movements.
And I'm using thaumaturgy right underneath the pile of meat to just boom, 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 like a pulse, trying to get him to come to it.
All right. So the creature emerges from the ground.
Also, where are we doing it? Oh, okay. Never mind. That's perfect.
Ooh. Go back and forth. So it kind of leaps out and lands with a thump over here. and then kind of inches closer and closer. Then begins to gobble up the meat. Just like a shovel, just like.
I'd like to think we crescendo the chanting like
applauding. Woo! And then once it's finished, it actually kind of stumbles around a little bit and then falls over.
Is it asleep?
Taking a polar bear.
Yeah, key 3.
I think it's like drunk. So go poke it with the stick, but maybe not like poke it, but like do the thing with the stick. Yeah.
Oh, the healing
touch.
staff. I thought you literally were telling me to go poke it with the stick, and I'm walking over, and I'm just gonna kind of go look around where the mouth is and be like, I'm assuming it's kind of open. I'm just gonna kind of be like, Todd. Todd, you in there, man? I know it's been like a day, but like, you know. Because new Todd's kind of an asshole. Yeah, it was worth a shot. And I fire up my charges of my staff to cast that thing that I always forget what it's called. Minor, lesser restoration or restoration or whatever.
Fuck.
Because I'm going to go out on a limb and say I don't get a response.
No, you do not. We've reached a maximum Penn right. Okay. So yeah, your voice echoes in this enormous craw of this creature, and when you cast your lesser restoration on it, you can see the corrupted bits of flesh slowly kind of repair themselves.
Yay.
And the creature appears to be healed.
Nice. I'm going to... can I rub his belly with an animal handling?
You sure can. And you do it with advantage. Well, you don't even fucking need it.
I'm just like, who's a good boy? Coming back to the keep with us.
Oh, this is an unintended result. So it wakes up, and with your animal handling, although it is not technically an animal,
It's a great moment.
it is. It seems friendly to you.
Oh, you were undead. I get that. I've been there. Well, yeah. Regardless, it is adorable. What is this thing? Do we know what this actually is?
You can do a check to see.
That would be nature?
Let's go with a nature check for this creature. This is a monstrous creature known as a bullette.
A bullet? Like B-U-L-L-E-T?
Bullette.
Oh, okay.
They burrow underground. They're also known by their nickname of land sharks.
Yep.
Is this the thing that dug in the keep? Are these burrows? Do these burrows look the same as the ones that were coming out of the bottom of the mage tower? Because I just put that possibly together, because he said he left a present in the material, and there are all these burrows, and here's this guy. Is this that? Would I know that? Would I put that
You would
together?
not know that because you guys did not examine those holes.
Oh, shoot. Sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is adorable, and I want to bring it home. So, he's a good boy. Oh, yep. Hi, Key 3. Look at him. He's so good. And I'm just rubbing him.
You have an odd idea of what pets are?
What? Look at that mouth. You could fit so much spaghetti in there.
Are you going to keep it drugged up on this nocturne route all the time?
I mean, we healed it, and he seems really friendly now that we loved on him.
He's wasted, eh? Everybody friendly when they're wasted, eh?
I mean, I
The
keep
witch
you
key through,
around,
think
and
you
you're
can
only
ride it for
friendly.
8 seconds, eh?
I have a good feeling about this. I have only good feelings about this.
He is
Besides,
going to hide behind Guy.
You have only good feelings about everything, buddy.
also, well, not his ancestors, but the ancestral keepers of this beast are moving to the keep, so it only feels right that he should come too.
Like rolling around on the ground.
But how about you let them bring him, eh? And then maybe you visit.
They're in the ethereal.
Yeah, the two are connected, eh? If we go from there to here in the ethereal, we go from there to here in the real, eh?
Right, but I don't think they can interact with him, right? Because like you can't.
They can now that he's fixed, eh? They said before they had control of him until he was broken, eh?
Oh, did they? Did I miss that?
Don't know if they did. If they did, then I'm telling the truth. If they didn't, I'll make a deception roll. I don't remember.
Did they say that? I don't
The thing
remember.
about Guy is sometimes Guy just says things to get what he wants.
But I love him. He's so cute. I love everything.
How would Handy feel? Would he feel like he's being replaced?
I'm not cute. I'm officially becoming the old cat lady.
Except all your cats are undead.
That's well, he will. Yeah.
That's extra creepy.
He's just rolling around. How big is this thing?
It is a large creature.
We could ride him.
You could easily ride this creature.
I'm gonna climb up on top of him and just like sit up there and be like, "Hey, it's just another hand in this upcoming confrontation, and I think every hand we have is a better one." And I raise up Handy and to make a point.
You get on him, and he makes 15-foot leaps around this place.
Oh boy, is that an athletics check? I hear.
Yeah, that's an athletics check.
All right. Oh please.
I look at Key 3 and say, "Wait till he goes underground." Eh?
Wow.
Oh, you hold on. You hold on through this wild ride as it leaps around.
I'm just like, woo! Must have been a cowboy in another life. This is crazy. This is
References.
And so yeah, I'm like, we have a dragon at the keep. We have a dragon egg. I don't think this is gonna make all that big of a difference. Like, plus, aren't we really close to the keep? Because this is the closest town to the keep.
Yeah, you're fairly close by.
To go to the next town anyway, we need to stop by and check in with Kalazar and make sure that Team Growl made it anyway. So, I mean, we could leave him there. Somebody will know how to handle this baby.
Well, you'll have to ride him there because he ain't gonna fit in the cart, eh?
Yeah, that works with me. I'm 100% on board.
There's this incredible negativity coming from about 3 feet 3 inches off the ground.
It's like everybody gets back to the keep, and then like, okay, now we just wait for Penn. Days go by.
It's
Put down a Key 3 and say, "You'll figure it out when the drugs wear off." Eh?
How fast is this thing?
It has a movement speed of 40 feet.
Oh, that's not
And a burrow speed of 40 feet.
That's not as fast as I thought, but that's really fast for digging.
But it can leap 15 feet at a time.
Holy crap, that's insane. All right, well, I'm about it. I'm gonna I'll probably try to get a saddle before we go. Or something. I don't know.
Yeah, there's this enormous, horrifying creature leaping around the fields. No one here is going to sell you a saddle.
They're giving me a saddle to take it away from here.
I guess it's all in how you pitch it.
Yeah.
So I'd like to. Can I like nudge him in a direction? Like, is he like responded to that? Like, if I'm just like.
Make an animal handling check to try and get him to follow you somewhere.
All right. Man, this is going to be a constant thing.
The whole move.
It finally ran out.
Wanders off, burrows down into this hole.
I'm just like, well, dang.
It's belong here. Eh? It's what keep the land living in this area. We can't take that away. Eh? It's like taking away
wild
the
animal.
ecosystem, eh?
Yes.
But the people are coming. They're not staying here. Don't make me leave them.
He stay here and protect the land, so they got something to come back to, eh?
I just don't-
Otherwise, by the time they come through, he's just going to get, it's just going to get wiped out. Eh?
Hey, I'm gonna make a provocative statement and say I trust Blackwind and all, but like I don't want him to come back and mess this up again. I don't. That's
Did you itch your
concerning.
head? Did you itch your head when you fall off that thing?
I
said the words, "I trust Black Wind." Eh?
I trust him out of the understanding that I believe what he says he will and will not do to be true. It's a gut feeling, really, but
Has Andy got the finger in your ear, twitching your brain or something?
I
Trust the guy who is as evil get.
Again, it's more contextual. It's just I believe that he has a standard. I believe essentially what I'm trying to get at is I believe he's some kind of lawful evil. I believe in a chaotic kind of way, but like I'm just like I believe that for him it's more fun to do what he says he's gonna do than to not. I believe he believes that, and that's I don't know. I don't know. It's a gut feeling. It's not a I trust him like, hey, here's my firstborn child. Won't you babysit? But like, more just like I believe he'll be there in 24 days. I don't remember. We're on. This is the 7th.
25, yeah.
Oh, we're now on the
25.
6th.
Oh, the 6th. So yeah, 20.
You're getting there. Getting
I'm
up
like, I believe he'll be.
Sorry, there's only 30 or 40 people in this town, right? This was a little one.
Yeah, this is just a little one. There's not a lot of people here.
He could totally come to the keep.
I want to go find the butcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is still inside his butcher shop, and he's like, "So, you walking? So is it gone? Mission
Problem
accomplished.
solved. Eh? Problem solved.
Good
like
work. Congratulations, nice work. Hey, that meat's on me.
Well,
Cool.
that and the 50 gold I gave you, but sure, thanks.
Yes, and I deeply appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'll make you a string of sausage when I get to your keep. So I just got to go get my animals out of the barn, and we're gonna move.
No,
So-
you don't.
About those animals.
Oh, okay.
It looks like the big land sharky thing ate them all.
Clean slate, huh?
Yeah. Fresh
Yeah.
opportunity.
Yeah, now you got nothing. You don't have to worry about herding a bunch of things all the way to the keep. You just walk, eh? Actually,
Yeah.
maybe you herd the rest of the people in this town instead of your cattle, eh?
I'll do my best.
I was about to say, can you call like a town meeting or something so we can explain the situation, or do you want
Look,
to?
usually Todd started the town meetings, and he'd start everything off with his slam poetry. So, all right.
I tell
That's
you
the
what,
choice.
buddy, I make this easy. Every person you bring to the keep, 5 more gold for you, eh?
Okay. I will do my best.
All
I
right.
can- yeah, that's a businessman, eh? For sure. I shake his hand.
Absolutely. He shakes your hand.
Can I have one more piece of meat for the road? It can be a sausage. It can be anything. I just need more meat.
Sure. And he gives you a ham shank.
Perfect. And I'm gonna hold on to that for a minute.
All right. So what are you guys going to do next?
I'm
Go check on Richard?
Richard is still dug deep and in his trance.
Is he still not done?
Actually, take a look at Richard.
Do you have a picture
And-
of Richard?
Take a picture. No, it's not. Okay. He is actually started to be pulled into the earth slowly.
Do we need to fix this? Are the fields like regrown?
Oh yeah, they're regrowing. They're growing lush, full of all kinds of vegetation and crops.
Yeah, it's just his patron. Eh?
What? We can't leave him here. We have to go. It's time to go.
You know, Tatiana, she's powerful. Maybe she's sucking him into the ground here. Maybe she pop him up at the keep. Eh?
I don't.
I want to look at this with my Eldritch sight.
Okay. We're
just
animating this now. So you look at it with your Eldritch sight, and you can see he's radiating with a different kind of magical energy than you've seen normally.
He's never told us about Puck, right?
Not in any great detail.
Is it?
Something's off about this.
Well, I was like, if nobody else wants to do it, I'll do it. And I crack my knuckles and I look like I'm about to do something, and I just get down on one knee and take my hat off and start to pray. And I'm gonna actually call out. This is super weird for me. And as a little side note, before I start, I'm like, I promise I'm not cheating on you, Grand Archivist. And then I'm just like, I'm like, oh, Titania, great mother of nature. To be completely honest, I don't know all your titles, but
I don't know much about you, but you seem really cool.
and I know you love Richard, and something's going on. So like, I don't mean to bother you or nothing, but and I guess I'll knock on Richard's like wooden leg or whatever, like see if that, knock 3 times, like, while saying that and thinking about it and praying and see what happens.
I move a safe distance away. What I think is a safe distance away, like 60 feet. Yeah,
That's a long way.
Nothing happens.
Thanks, really appreciate that. And I'm like,
You get the impression that perhaps you do not have a connection to this deity.
I was like, well, you're coming with us, Richard, one way or another. And I'm like, I have produce flame in one hand and vampiric touch in the other.
Maybe like shovel, like dig him out.
You want to repot him?
I just want to cut the roots. He'll be fine. He grows back all the time.
And he is sunk in up to his waist now.
Oh shit! No, I'm like, I tell my Python Noodle, I'm like, Noodle, wrap around him, attach yourself to something. He's got a strength of 19. This man can do it.
And he is just being more slowly pulled down. And as he's being pulled down, these roots come up from the ground and kind of wrap around his shoulders.
Okay, I'm just going to sit there and like smack the roots.
Yeah,
they are unfazed.
Oh God, I was like, we have to attack it. I don't want to burn him to death, but like we have to do something. Oh God,
Does he look like he's in pain?
No,
does he look? No, I'm talking to these two. I yell across. Does he look like he's hurt? Then
I'm gonna try speaking with him with awakened mind. Like, hey, Richard, are you okay?
No response.
If you were over here, Guy, you'd know.
That's why I ask.
Well, Richard's not home right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold a produce flame on these roots. I'm just gonna like have one in my hand and just hold it and try to burn them off of him, preferably trying not to burn him.
They are seared, but as you sear them, more come up and wrap around that. The area becomes thicker with vegetation as you try to burn it.
Oh, and I pull out the ham bone and I like bang it on the ground a few times, trying to call up my call up my
Patron, man. It's his patron.
I,
So obvious, eh? Look, he's just growing over with what he is, eh? She want him somewhere else.
Key3 doesn't seem to think so, and I trust her judgment.
There was it was not like his normal magic-y look.
So
Yeah, there was something different about it.
Yeah, so I'm trying to call that thing up. I don't know if this is doing anything.
And as you're trying to call it up, it's not getting called up, but the vegetation envelops him completely and pulls him fully into the ground.
Ah!
I'm sure he's fine, eh?
I'm so upset with you.
He just disappears into the ground. Just Guy from the back. He's probably fine.
It's a thing called a Gallic shrug, eh?
We have to go get him. We can't just not. Can you see him through the ground with Eldritch Sight, Key3?
I will look into the ground with Eldritch Sight.
You
Probably
cannot.
Nope.
Come on. And I'm just like, I'm doing everything I can in my power to call this animal. Like, I'm chanting, I'm dancing, I'm like, get up here, please.
The creature is not returning.
You hate me. I don't have a dig speed. Oh, what? So there's just a Richard-sized hole in the ground?
The hole is overgrown with vegetation.
So
He's
maybe
got shit on the plate. Let's go.
we leave a note for him if he like regrows and he's like, where did they go?
I'm pissed. I pick up Noodle by the neck, like not mean to him because he's a staff anyway. So I just pick him up and I like kiss him angrily, but like just to let him know I love him. And then I shake him so he goes back into staff form. And I'm marching over to the cart and I'm ripping out the thing that is it's day, so it's probably a piece of cloth. And I'm taking out the mask that he gave me out of my backpack and shoving it in whatever that slot is. And I'm just like pulling shit, moving shit, trying to put it on Richard. I'm like, fuck, no, it's good. Oh, I always have to save Richard's ass even when he's not around. And I'm just trying to get a read on where he is.
And it comes up, subject is no longer on the prime material.
All right, kids, to the ethereal. And I'm like in the cart hopping on, and I'm just like, or I'm sitting in the front seat, and I'm like, come on, we're going to say, get in, everybody. We're going to save Richard again.
Penn is so dedicated.
I'm going to quickly write a note and like stick it on the vegetation where he disappeared. It said, we went to the prime material. If not, probably check at the keep. Love the Warlocks.
This is so much fun. I'm enjoying every part of this. All right. So are we going to the prime material now?
Or the ethereal.
Ethereal.
Oh, the ethereal, sorry.
Did you write prime material?
I would have written ethereal.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Because I was like, should I correct it or should I just leave it? And it'll be way funnier if something
No,
happens.
we're both wrong. Okay, so
That's okay. I'll wait here. You guys go check. In 10 minutes, you come back, eh?
Where, Guy Boutamps, are you on this team or are you not? What are you doing? Why are
I am absolutely on this team. He's not helpless. He's not a useless piece of shit, eh? Either his patron took him, in which case he's coming back, or something bigger than we can handle took him, in which case he isn't. Either way, move on, eh?
Or how about you just hop on the cart now? Because if he's not in the ethereal, then we can head to the keep and, hey, you're already on the cart.
Okay, that worked for sure, eh? And I go over and grab the gargoyle off the roof and put him back on the cart.
okay, he comes and sits back on the cart. And a quick transition into the ethereal plane. And he's not there either.
Yeah, but what's the radar saying?
The radar says subject is not in the ethereal plane.
I have words for Titania when we get home.
Is the Feywild the plane or is it the place, eh?
It is another plane.
I'm gonna ask Lady Bella. I'm gonna be like, "Can you take us to the Feywild?"
No, that is beyond my ability.
I see.
Where else would he be, eh? Who else would
I
take
don't-
him?
Yeah,
Let's
why
go
don't
to
we
the-
head back to the keep? We could always go back to the keep, pop into the ethereal, knock on Titania's tree.
There's a lot of sass. I'm like, oh, you can be sure we're gonna go knock on Titania's tree. I have a lot of gumption for someone who's about to go angrily knock on a patron's door. I probably shouldn't.
this
It's not
guy.
even my patron.
Yeah, Guy's afraid of the other people. He's afraid of his own patrons like you wouldn't believe, but he is also equally afraid of everybody else's patrons because they're friggin' near gods, man.
Make a
Oh,
perception check while you're in the ethereal for me.
all right. Ooh.
I'm lounging in the back. Oh, it's white leather because we're in the ethereal. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's beautiful.
Oh, yeah. Oh. All my brightly colored clothes out on the white leather divan. Openly now, openly being a dick about this. Just, I don't care.
However, Keythree, you notice a growing darkness in the north, almost swirling.
Guys. Bad?
Is it near where I would have seen that Cloudspire is?
It is in the direction of those things.
Oh no. That's exactly where you think it is. Oh boy.
We got to get to these other towns, eh? We still got a job to do.
Man, it'd be so much easier if we had a giant beast pulling us through. Anyway.
I don't think he's super fast, though. Lady Bella is definitely faster.
Is she?
For sure, eh?
It's true, I am.
And she fly, eh?
Yeah, but he could have pulled us underground. Anyway. I'm
No,
assuming
you
this-
couldn't have. You would have died.
Oh well, fine. I mean, you're a good horse. I'm not belittling you. I appreciate you.
I'm the best horse.
Oh well, then yes, you are such a good horse. Can I rub your belly? That might make me feel better.
I suppose so.
I'm just like, who's a good horse? And then
I am the best horse, yes.
All right. I like these responses so much better. And I'm a little happier. Still angry about Richard. The burning rage of it's honestly just I'm angry at Richard. He's not he still manages to cause me problems even when he's not there. I'm just so
He's like, he's gonna. Boy, I was worried sick. You didn't call. You didn't write.
Hang on a second. You two that can talk to Lady Bella, am I mistaken? Or she's Fey, is she not, eh? She's from the Fey. When we went to find her in the Easter place, that was the Fey, was it not, eh?
It was.
But she's telling us she can't go there now for some reason.
We don't need her to go there. Does she recognize the magic, eh?
Oh. Hey, Lady Bella. Did you recognize the magic stuff around Penn? Or not Penn, Richard.
Yes. It is the magic of the green.
The green. Anybody know the green?
I
Lady Bella
usually
probably
pay $40 every time I get the green.
I don't know what that means, and I'm just gonna turn to Lady Bella and just be like, "What is the green? What we're not Fey folk."
The green refers to the commonality of life between all plant life.
Well, that doesn't sound so bad.
I don't even know what that means.
Did she say, eh?
She said it's a. Can I?
Okay, how do I explain this to you? If there were a being that encompassed the totality of life for a specific type of creature, this would be that for plants.
So it called up Richard. Why did it take him? I don't understand.
He's part of it.
Because
Not?
it need him, so it take him. That's nature. That's how it work.
Is he coming back? Did it eat him?
I don't know.
Does this happen in that plane like often? Or people just like, oh, he got called off for green duty this week. We gotta, he'll get paid, but
I have not known many other mortal entities that were part plant.
thank you for your information. And I turned to the other two and I'm like, we have to go back to the keep. I'm emotionally spent and it's not even like 9 a.m. I have like a sundial, I guess.
Why don't you go, just lay down in the back, have a little nap. Maybe you'll wake up on, the
I'm not even tired. I'm not even tired.
Or read your book.
Fine.
We still got 4 villages to go to before we go home, man.
But we're close to the keep. We need to stop and check in because I think some of them are directly on the other side of the keep.
They are.
You have a sending stone. You can talk right to Kalazar.
Uh-huh.
I thought that was only with the mercs. Does he have one too?
Yeah, you have one too.
Yeah, but I'm trying to remember. This is super important, and I can't remember which it is. Was there 3 stones that were made that were just ours, or do we have the 3 stones that we think are like?
There were 3 stones that were made that were just yours.
Oh, you should have 2 stones, one that's bugged and one that isn't.
Yeah.
Oh, why do I have it? I'm not the.
Because you're the responsible one. Well, actually, Keither's the responsible one, but you're the other responsible one.
I
make
have,
her carry everything.
I have the title of responsible. All right, well then. I guess let's get that. Is there any way I can plug that into like the aux cord on the cart so that everybody can get on conference?
Well, look, you can put people on the party line and then you can
through my brain and like have that channeling through it. All right, we'll just do that and we'll call Kalazar, I guess.
Yes. Hello. People are sending dinosaurs and things over, so things are a little nuts over here. What's going on?
You almost got a land shark, but
A land shark.
I know, right? It would have been awesome.
That's horrifying.
Yeah, kind of like dinosaur, but never mind. Let's move on. Holy shit.
Yeah, they went to Chult and Gilbetta bought some dinosaurs apparently.
So Gilbetta gets dinosaurs, but I don't get a land shark. I'm looking.
Go to Chult.
I don't want to go to Chult. I don't even know where that is.
It's in the south. What can I do for you?
Just follow the endless trail of dinosaur shit that will take you right there. Holy cow. Okay, anyways. And I look over at Penn, like you're the one that wanted to check in. So yeah.
We wanted to check in. We've gone to the town of Traverse and we handled a werewolf problem there and undead.
There are werewolves in Traverse?
Traverse is only werewolves.
That is okay. That is useful information. I will update my maps.
Yes, it's also a logging town, but you probably already know that, and they have agreed to do work with us and send us lumber. I don't know if they've arrived yet.
Maybe we'll need spikes. Excellent.
We have
Thank
that. Yeah.
They are staying in position. They don't want to, for obvious reason, they don't want to go everywhere. But I think 1,500 werewolf probably at least blunt the army.
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
But again, not loving the idea of having werewolves around.
Oh no! They are staying in situ.
Not that there's anything wrong with werewolves, but I've heard they have control problems, and I know I'm not one to judge. I have my own control problems. But that being said, I would prefer my skin to stay on my body.
Oh, for sure. They're staying where they were. Traverse is like the forward outpost now, like a forward fire base. That's all we know when they're coming.
We haven't had one of those. Okay, that's good.
They will be joining our ranks. Some of them will be joining our ranks for the fight, though.
Well, more swords could definitely help. Have you learned anything about where Blackwind is operating?
Last we checked, last night, Blackwind appears to be in Cloudspire.
Ah,
Yeah, that was our feeling too. That's why we're calling partially. There's a lot of little updates, but that's probably the main one.
that's that. Yes, perhaps a major one.
What do we know about this giant war? Is it on yet? Is it started?
I know about as much as you do at this point from what we got from Marcus.
Has he recovered yet?
No, he is still unresponsive. Whatever Blackwind did to him, it really did a number on the poor guy.
Well, whatever he did, he's doing it to the giants now. There's literally storm clouds brewing.
If there's a giant civil war, there will be a surplus of giant bodies. And that is what he will be after.
Yeah, we did that math already.
And what do you know about the green?
The green?
Like something about Fae and plant folk and stuff like that. Richard's gone. Richard got sucked up into the earth by.
Okay. He is part tree.
Why is this just, and I just like I'm looking around. It's like, is this just normal to people? Do I just need
Look,
to?
I haven't known a lot. I've known some tree ants, and occasionally this is something that happens. I have not known anyone who is part tree before, so this is new territory. If it left the other half of him behind, maybe that would be better, but probably worse for him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's that.
Fair enough. So there's that. So we have to traverse. Oh, there's a small band of there's a not a kobold, I can't remember. What is Team Growl's Rumble Snarl? What is he again?
He is a knoll.
That's it. There's a gnoll and two humans headed to the keep under the banner of Team Growl.
Oh no.
Or what? Is that an issue?
Hey, you're welcome, buddy.
They intend to assimilate. We thoroughly managed.
They are not clever.
Hey, look, you're preaching to the choir, but
They are a handful.
Yeah.
You have assigned me babysitting.
Hey, if it wasn't you, it was me. I'm the vice president of Team Growl now. Don't ask me how that happened.
Penn, I will remember this.
No, don't be that way. Come on, please. I promise to make it up to you. What do you want? You want me to bring you like some magic candy or something? Like,
just give them busy work. Like, tell them to find a board stretcher or something like that.
I'm sure I can come up with something for them to do. If not, maybe Ogbok can take them.
I was just going to say, have Ogbok make them his special forces. They will never know that they are being sent on silly trip to do silly thing.
Yes,
like
that's
board stretcher. That's really good. I like that.
Board stretcher is perfect. I like that. Maybe okay, excellent. Board stretchers.
Left-handed nails.
Yeah, left-handed nails.
Or honestly, get them to run. We need someone to be helping Whistle Whip with his laundry list of things that he needs to keep potions of vitality and such running through. We need as many of those as we can get. So even if it's as simple as going and getting herbs and whatever.
Yes, I gave Whistle Whip access to the teleportation matrix, which is operational again now.
Oh, magnifique!
And I also gave him access to Mr. Squishy Face, who is quite adept at sniffing out alchemical components.
Oh yeah, this isn't exactly a question I want to ask, but I meant to ask because I feel like it's important. I know that we lost Squishy. Did we also lose the component pouch he was carrying, or was that still intact? I did not look closely.
That was still intact. We do have that.
Okay, well, I'm not even gonna say silver linings, but thank you for getting that.
Has there been any word from Team Mom on how things went with Sarek?
Not well, from my understanding.
How not well?
They seemed rattled by the encounter.
Well,
That
it was
happened.
worth a shot.
Yeah,
Yes.
That's what happened when you mess with the Prince of Lies, eh?
Yes. It's, as I understand, he's still in prison. So there's that.
But at least the fools didn't let him out, eh?
No, I don't know that they would be capable.
Well, I'm sure they got other missions. We still got 4 towns to get to, eh?
Yes. Yes. Be sure to check all of them thoroughly. I have some things to attend to myself, and I will take care of those things. And if you need to reach anybody, MT1 will take care of you from here on out.
Oh, before you go, I tell you the 2 ways they already tried to make this poison happen. One is they put in the beer, eh? So check the beer for magic necrotics, eh? And
Okay.
also they poisoned the field by poison the creature that take care of the field. So if we got any of those, maybe you get some of those people who are good at it to scan the area, make sure there's no shit like that happening around the keep, eh?
Yes, we can put a couple people on that. I'll let everybody know what to look for. It kind of it's almost like he's messing with you.
Of course he is, eh?
He doesn't want us running him down. He knows that that's what we do. He told us that if we manage to save all these towns, that he won't try to mess with them again. I don't know whether or not to believe that. I want to, but
Everything he does is designed to fuck with us, eh?
It's
It's
a
what he
game.
does. He did exactly. He played this game once already and he won. So
It's-
now he's confident, eh? We use that
it's-
against him. We make him think he's still winning, eh?
Yes, absolutely. So stay the course, and good job, good work. I have some things to attend to.
all right. I need to talk to you and Corvo when we get back, but that can wait till we wrap up things here.
Sure thing. We will speak at a later date. Again, MT1 will assist you with anything further.
Thank you.
Should we just head to the next town?
I guess so. Is there any way we could see the map again with the towns that we still need to go to?
Sure.
If that is available, because
Let me pull that up.
I feel like we need to kind of go in a semi, efficient order. Also, we need to remember there was somewhere we need to go for the paladins, and I don't know where that is in reference to the other places. So we might want to plan it so that we're kind of near.
So you guys have taken care of this town and this town.
I don't think you've moved the bookmark yet.
Oh, I did not move the bookmark yet.
It's in Morning Lord.
There we go.
Paladins.
Yes.
Thank you.
So you guys have been to this town and this town, but you still have this one and this one.
I'm not seeing
And
it.
All right, I don't think you're on.
Yeah.
I think you're on DM level.
Yeah, I don't see any circles popping up when you do
Oh,
that.
I am on DM level.
You can also just say the colored dots, and that.
All right, so you guys have been to yellow and light blue, and you need to go to dark blue, red, and green.
And where is Morning Morning
It's
Lord?
far to the south. Morning Lord is the name of the deity. The place is called Daggerford.
Say that again.
The place is called Daggerford.
Daggerford.
What is on the bottom of the map?
I wondered how long it would take somebody to find that. That's been there for 4 weeks.
Seriously? Oh my god. Well, regardless, I think we're currently in the yellow one or the light blue one.
You are in the yellow one. You've been to the light blue one. You've been to the yellow one.
I think we kind of have to go to the green one because the other two are on the way back. And
Yeah.
what is the dark blue one? Is that the keep or is that just somewhere really close to the keep?
Dark blue one is just somewhere really close to the keep. The keep is right here.
Oh, okay. Man, we're
Outside
so
of Golden
close.
Fields. Yeah. So
Yeah.
can we take 5?
Yeah, no, it's time for a break.
Yeah.
And we'll see which place you guys go to next.
Oh, you know, he wants the sandworm graboid monster now, but once he got it home, he'd realize how hard it is to feed it and walk it every day and clean up after it. It's for the best that he
Yeah,
does.
Jabetta's going through the same thing right now.
Yeah, that's not gonna turn out great. Why are they gonna get all the meat for these giant carnivores? I don't know. We'll find out later on Too Many Warlocks. All right. Apparently we're missing sound on that break. Sorry about that. Guys. Still working out some kinks. I moved down to my summer lair where it's a bit cooler. So let's get back to the action. We'll read Too Many Warlocks.
A lot of people miss out on the necessity of a summer lair. But not us. Now then, when last we left our heroes, they had rescued the town of Swift Currents and attempted to rescue Richard, who disappeared to apparently commune with the Green. So we touched base with Kalazar to see where he is at. And now we're off to another town. Which town are we off to?
So if we're looking.
Green one?
The green one. Let me look at the map again.
Was that what we decided?
That's my vote. If we were looking at the map together, I'm going to be saying, like, this is the one that's the most out of the way compared to where we need to go and the keeps, and we're already closer to it. So I think it would be the best to go there now.
Plus that way, if we go there first and then the other two, if we still got time, we can. We are already heading south towards Daggerford, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And then we come back up through Waterdeep. Maybe we go shopping a little bit, and then we come back to the keep. Eh?
There you go.
We don't need to go to Waterdeep.
I do have the Ttrpg log. Did we know about that? I don't remember. I know that we were.
You have
told
it.
We've
They
heard.
mentioned something
They
about
Yeah.
said, "Oh, there's a Ttrpg Waterdeep."
By the way,
2 green eyes are just boring into the side of Key 3's skull. After that, we don't have to go to Waterdeep line. Just
Do you want to go to Waterdeep? I don't. I mean, I want a bag of holding at some point, but that's really all I need. I want a bag of holding, Key 3.
Oh,
I have needs too.
I can share.
And I appreciate that. And I love each and every one of you, but I want a book bag. I have a lot of, I have one book, but it needs room.
right.
but the bag we got put everything in the vault, and then anytime you want something, you just reach into the bag and take it. Eh?
Yeah, but
It's
I mean,
even safer because they can't steal the bag from your shoulder and take the whole library with it. Eh?
Yeah, but I opened the scholar packet. I'm like, you see all these paper and quills and just like
all these things.
yeah, like I have a lot to keep up with. I just want something to make it lighter and easier, and I've got 2 stat. It's a lot. Like I just want a bag of holding. That's on my shopping list. That's all I have to say. But I think we should go up to the town that's up near Red Larch. What is the town name? The green one?
That town is Lart.
Lart. All right. So I think we should go to Lart. I think Keithree's right. I probably should sit in the back and read because there's actually a lot of information I've been meaning to pour over lately that I've been neglecting because I haven't been able to sleep for obvious reasons. So
I had a thought last night. You know how Blackwind knew what we were doing at the last town? Should we be concerned about that? Like, worried about him keeping an eye on us and maybe wasn't there like that rune thing from that town where we saved the them from that little girl?
Yeah, we still have that, and I flip open my book to the page with the ancient dwarvish, or I think we found out it was actually like orcish, and that it had been like
appropriated,
bastardized or something. I don't know. So yeah, we took, and I'm like, yeah, we still have it. We could put it on the cart or whatever, but I think he probably just knows because we're destroying the things that he has made. I don't know how he necessarily knows, but but yeah, there's no harm in putting that on our cart and stuff if you want. Unless you want to put it on each of us, we could do that too. We need to ask, what is his name? Oh, what's Bro Dude's name back at I forgot.
Before we disappear from his sight, maybe we wait till we're doing something we don't want him to know.
Oh, that's a good idea.
He knows we are going to these cities. If we disappear, then he's going to come look for us. If we just tootle along doing exactly what he expects us to do, then maybe he don't pay so much attention.
Could be.
So maybe when we visit the paladins.
Maybe.
Yeah, we make a fuss there, right? Because I don't think even he wants to attack an old building full of paladin.
Probably
That's
not
the holy rollers.
Yeah, how hard could it be to get a group of paladins to come want to fight a lich? Isn't that their whole thing? Like,
isn't that their whole deal?
Maybe we don't ask guy with the undead hand under his hat to ask them, though. Maybe
they don't have to know. I can leave Handy in the cart. I can pretend. Watch, it's real easy. I readjust my hat and I like hold my book with my hand over the eye so it's not visible. I'm like, yes, I love God. God has done many great things for me. Oh. And don't you also love God? You lovers of God? See, I can do it too.
I don't believe you.
Well,
I can help.
I'm trying to start my own religion.
I can help maybe with like cleaning Penn's look up a little bit.
Excuse me.
Just for a couple of hours.
like prim proper, like not your usual style, but more in the line of like paladin. Like they'd look at you and go, "Oh yes."
Maybe I'll just stay in the cart.
Yeah, so we're just trying to make sure you don't get smited.
Oh yeah, I don't want to fight. I will, but I don't want to fight a bunch of paladins.
But they can smell things like evil, and for them, the undead, that's evil. They can smell it a mile away.
But I'm not evil, so like, doesn't that conflict? If I'm like, I have this, maybe I could put him in a handcuff. Just be like, I've got this evil thing, and I will smite it for God, and like.
So now your plan is to lie to paladin?
Guy, don't get me started.
Well, or maybe it's just like, we dress you up like if you were going to meet somebody's parents, that you'd kind of put on a nice front.
You pretend to be somebody you're not for a little while.
Exactly.
We'll see when we get there. I'm not completely opposed, but I don't like not being who I am. I can't remember much of it anyway.
So where are we going? Are we going to town, Lart, or Halfstaff?
Lart.
I almost want to go to town just to be like, Richard, we went to town without you.
The city of Townsville. Okay,
But On the way, I would like to read if there's enough time.
There is certainly enough time. So as you guys are heading out,
is Key3, are you driving the cart again?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna sit up in front with Key3 then.
okay. I want the two of you driving the cart to make a perception roll for me. Key 3, as you are traveling over the area. Oh, that's the.
Yeah.
Am I looking at an old one? Okay, never mind. No, nobody sees nothing. You guys don't see shit. Never mind.
All right.
All right. So it's a relatively short journey. It's still early in the morning, but it's later in the afternoon by the time you arrive.
So at some point on the way. So Key 3, I never, in the old time we've been together, I never once see you look anything like afraid, except a little bit earlier today when I say the name of a certain city, There was a flicker,
No, not fear. Just, we don't need to bother going to Waterdeep.
You don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but you don't like the place,
It's complicated.
It's okay, Misty Leaf. We are almost there,
Maybe I'll tell you at some point. But yeah.
Maybe when we get the wine made out of that Noctem root, Tell me then,
Perhaps.
And that's it. I'll stop pushing.
All right.
I'm reading Blackwind's diary specifically on the way. I don't know how deep I get into that, but what I'm specifically looking for is I'm studying. I'll do a deeper overall reading later when I can actually sit at my desk at home. But like I'm just looking to see, because I remember that he gradually is wanting more and more power. But I'm looking for. I know it's probably not going to be as blatant as like his handwriting changes, but like I'm looking for like patterns in thought. Like, because at first it's like, oh, I got the crap kicked out of me. I have to get stronger. This isn't okay. I'm looking to see if there's any point where it begins to just shift from like, oh, I want to be stronger to like, I have to kill. I want more and I'll do anything to get it. Like, I'm looking for that like gradual to see if it's, I just want to know if this is him. I need to know if this is really him, because if it's not, that changes everything.
So you do notice that after the entry about the day that he absorbed the Black Shadow Dragon, the language of it changes a bit more. And the reasoning behind why he needs to absorb more things gets a little bit fuzzier. So where the statements previously in the diary were like, I need to absorb more to be able to help, to be able to be stronger, to be able to stand up alongside these people, the language then starts to turn to, I need to become stronger. There's more power to gather. There's more things to get.
Oh no, it's exactly what I wanted, but it complicates everything.
And then there is, you do also find a passage where he talks about a meeting that he had with Kalazar. And he just talks about how he and Kalazar spent a long time talking about various magical theory, and that he feels like Kalazar understands the fundamentals of magic, but he's not a student of any kind.
Oh man.
He thinks sorcerers are interesting.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's not real magic, right? It's
Yeah. He's like, it's not the kind of magic that I'm used to, but Kalazar does his best with it, and he means well.
Oh man, I foresee so many things, but as much as I would like, this is funny because I'm the type of person in real life, and this has bled through, so it's gonna bleed through. Where I learned something like this, and I really want to sit on it, but it doesn't happen. So immediately, as soon as I see this part, I'm like, oh my god! And I pop out the front of the cart to the other two, and I'm just like, it's not. This is not him. It's not, look, like, and I'm pointing, and I'm assuming I'm going out on a limb and saying I'm so frantic you really can't even tell what I'm pointing at. I'm just like, see, here it's not, here it changes. This isn't even the same, like the pattern, it shifts. This isn't, do you get it? You know what I mean? It's not, Blackwind is not, and I'm just rambling.
Did you follow any of that? Key?
I usually find it's best to ignore the first thing he says and just start asking questions. So, what's he after?
Blackwind started off wanting power to protect those he was closest to and to be more viable on his team. And I flipped to the beginning, and I'm like, here in these entries, he wanted power to be a better member of his team. And then, and I flip over to the page after he's absorbed the Black Shadow Dragon, here, there is a distinct change in, I really want to say his iambic pentameter, but I know that's not what it is. I just want to use words. I'm just like, you can see his diction changes. It's completely different. The whole tone of this is not about just being better for the sake of his team. Now it is about gaining more power for the sake of power, and it is specifically after absorbing the Black Shadow Dragon. Ergo, and I would like, can I make a check to know if I know anything about Black Shadow Dragons? Because I don't think I do.
You can certainly do an Arcana check or some kind of check to see what you know about these.
Arcana it. Oof.
Oof. That, yeah, no, you don't know much.
I don't know anything about Black Shadow Dragons or what absorbing one would do to you, but like there's a distinct change, which means this is evidence to support my theory that this is not the Blackwind that Kalazar and Cookie knew. It's not the same person. If we can remove the things he's absorbed, we might find a completely different person that we might be going about this completely wrong.
He absorbed all those things on purpose, eh? Nobody hold him down and force a shadow dragon down his throat, eh? He chose to be more evil.
But remember, he did it at first in the sake of, because I mean, think about it. If we could do this, if I could do this, and I was with you, and I could absorb things not only to take them out of the equation of a battle, but also to give myself abilities, and it was something we were already fighting, that's a gray area. That's not necessarily evil. The Black Shadow Dragon, if I'm correct, and holy man, I wish my memory was better, because, patron stuff, but we were told that fight with the Black Shadow Dragon, something happened, if I'm correct, and there was a weird turning point where it wasn't looking good, and that's when he did it. And I think he may have done it out of desperation, and because he's like, hey, you know what? It solves the problem, and it gives me this power, so So
the power corrupted him?
I believe so.
But do we know if the
theory.
original Blackwind is, I mean, if we removed all of the power, I don't know if that would return him back to who he used to be.
I don't know.
Am I right in it? This is how I think it. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I'll just say it in character. He killed Corvo before he absorbed that dragon, eh?
Did he?
No, it was after.
It was after? Okay, pardon me. Shit.
That's okay.
Okay. That was a knockdown argument. Now let's go.
No, he did. No, I'm kidding. This is a working theory. We have, and I flip in the book, I was like, we have the means of exorcism, and I might have to work with Kalazar or any of you that might know a way to tweak this a little bit. But if there's a way we can figure out how his ritual works and maybe marry it with this, or just this might be enough, just an exorcism, just something to get that out. I believe it's an impurity. You've seen the things that we've pulled out of other things. There are many times when removing the impurity fixes it, like that guardian. I don't know. But if there's a friend that we don't have to kill, then I'd prefer to keep it that way. And I think it's what Cookie would have wanted, which is a bold statement to make, I know, but...
Oh, dude. That was Kevin. That wasn't Guy. Dude.
That's low, dude.
Hey.
I
Remember
certainly think
when-
it's an option on the table.
You remember when we go to see the scribe? You remember what he said about Black Wind? He's collecting him sooner than he thinks. Eh? Don't make no long-term plans about that guy. He's already spoken for in the long term. The eternal scribe, the one that don't make deals for nobody, says he's coming soon. Eh?
That guy doesn't seem to have his notes straight. He was saying himself that we jump around a lot. I don't...
We
Look.
do. Just today, we make 4 or 5 plane shifts. Just today, we jump around a lot. That's a fair description of what we do, eh?
No, but he's saying like on the list, he's saying some of us fluctuate. So that is not set in stone.
Well, I mean, I can totally agree with that. Just in how Richard's been acting recently.
Yeah, should we talk about
those
that?
calls we've had.
Should we talk about that while he's not here? Like, I'm worried. I'm worried now because apparently the green came and got him, and like, what the heck? But, whatever,
It's
I'll roll
the
with it.
green, eh? He is nature. Nature came and got him. It's got something for him to do, eh?
Listen, if a bunch of books drag me off somewhere,
I will say, Tadaloo. You come back when you're done, eh?
Oh, man.
I'm not fucking with your patron either, eh?
I can't even talk to my patron half the time. Oh, right. I flip through my book and find where I stuck that note in, because like when I gave him the last book the morning after, I stuck a note in that said something about, oh no, never mind. I don't want to remember that. I stuck a note in about, hey, doesn't this book about this specimen that we could possibly take, doesn't this sound like a good idea? Talking about Blackwind. So no. Anyway, I meant to put, and I write in a note because I completely forgot. I write in a note and stick it in that same slot. Firstly, did the note go? Did it shift?
Yeah, the note has disappeared.
Okay. I'm sticking another note that's like, oh, by the way, the other patrons of my compatriots are requesting your presence at a interplanar convention ? I'm not sure what it is, but they say it's in our best interest.
We're having a mixer, and you need to
Astral Con.
So it's at the Keep.
buy mod Astral Con. Okay.
Titania is the event organizer, and other patrons also. So just letting you know, much
Plus
love.
guest.
Yeah, you can bring a friend.
Please
Good.
announce +1.
All the love in the world, Penneth and Wright, and then I stick that in the book.
BYOB. Okay.
Bring your own books.
Yeah.
And so I do that real quick, and then I'm like, anyway, sorry, I had to try to talk to my patron. It's very, very, whatever. But that's an option that I think is what we landed. Oh no, we're worried about Richard. I'm worried about Richard. I don't want to. What is wrong? Why has he got a suicide wish? Where is this man? Like, what? He rushes in. He's trying to die. And like, I can't save him, but we need him. I'm standing by that statement.
We got to give him a reason to live, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Give him the baby dragon. Maybe that'll do it. My pets are half the reason. Pets. They're more like partners. I don't like pets. That seems like a really You know, I'm not.
That
into
seems like a
that.
derogatory term. I
Yeah.
don't want to,
I
So-
honestly think if we're going to draw him out, probably William is the way to do it. Eh? That boy
Oh.
worship him.
Oh yeah, and I pull out the icy claw of isohedrus, and I was like, I was considering giving him this since he works with daggers. Apparently, it appears to. You saw it in the last fight. It does cold damage, or it. I don't know if that's how you talk in real life. It hurts. It cold magic comes out of it, and I really like it because it goes with my armor. But at the same time, it's like I don't know. I see something in that kid, and I really want to see him, grow up. And oh God, everything's getting heavy because I'm realizing that this is like world-ending shit we're dealing with right now.
Go, there it is. I've been waiting for that shoe to drop for 2 weeks now. Eh?
I know the weight of the
This is
situation.
all there is. If we fuck this up, everybody loses. Eh?
you guys arrive in Lart while you're having this conversation. Lart is a gold panning town. So it is on the Desrin River to an opening of some hills, and I will take you there. Post haste.
I'm waiting for the crazy prospector voice.
Yay! Looking for gold! Nuggets as big as your fist. Okay.
Sounds like a miniature
Really
cookie.
tiny
Yeah.
fish.
Okay, so the town is not overly large. There is a kind of a spa house, a couple of scattered homes, and there is a church with a small graveyard as well.
And an Airstream trailer. That's weird.
Yeah, right. You never see them.
Yeah,
And when
is
you
that-
do, somebody's just restored it into a super modern inside. Like there's like a fold out bar and shit inside.
It's
No,
a tiny house now. Yeah.
yeah, I don't know what is that. What is that?
that is a house of some
Okay.
What round house you have?
Look, this is regional architecture.
What church? As we're pulling up, is there like a sign in front of the church, or is it just a straight church, no sign?
Yes, it is a church of Ilmater.
I don't know who that is. Do I know who that is?
I don't know. Make it there are things you can do to determine the level of knowledge you have.
That I know I say that a lot, but I also just so you know, that's my way of saying, can I make a check? Because I don't want to be like, I'm gonna make a religion check.
Mr. Penitent, right? You can play Dungeons and Dragons as much as you want.
Yay! And apparently, I'm.
You don't know
Ignorant.
shit. You know that it is a deity of some kind.
Oh,
Oh. I
remember
will see
these,
if I nope.
you know,
You guys aren't religious.
Nope.
she's just like, "What's that?" And I'm like, "It's a god."
Cool.
That's
So-
all I know.
These graves freshly dug.
Some of them are fresh. There's two that are fresh.
These.
The symbol on the church is one of bound hands.
I want to know more about this religion. They're like, they're like, "Do you want to hear about our religion?" I'm like, "No." They're like, "Bound hands." I'm like, "I'm interested. I'm listening."
Tell me more.
You have freshly dug graves, and that's your symbol. No.
I want to know more about this.
Is this the spa house? This interesting building right here. Where is this?
Directly above you.
Yeah, this one
Yes,
with
that's the place.
Interesting. So, where do we want to begin, guys? This is
Does there
a.
appear to be a tavern?
There does appear to be a tavern, and the tavern is right. Yeah.
Well, hey, the last time when we went into the ethereal, we were able to see where the problem was.
Oh.
So,
Oh.
Brilliant.
Lady Bella.
What I do, I have a suggestion. before we shift. This is a small town, and I'm not terribly concerned because we'll all be within about 100 feet of each other at any given time. You're not probably going to like what I'm about to say. To play Richard now. How about Guy goes to the tavern, and I go to the church, and you shift into the ethereal, and we all just kind of, because we're just doing reconnaissance. Like, if anything happens, we call out, we come running. But I'm not too worried. If y'all agree with that, I don't want to force a split here, but I think that would work.
So the problem is if I'm in another plane, I'm not going to be able to hear if something goes wrong.
I like a version of your plan. Maybe we all go to the ethereal, have a look around, see if there's any obvious bad thing. And then if not, we come back. I go to the bar. You go to the church. You go to the spa. Obviously, that's where we're going to find the important people in this town, eh?
Hey, you know what? Compromise. And everybody wins. So yeah, to the ethereal.
To the ethereal. So the cart shifts into the ethereal plane. You guys don't even have to lift off for this one. And the town looks much the same as it did in the prime material. Except in the ethereal, there are a couple people standing in the graveyard.
Is that how this works? Because that's cool. I'm like, I want to go talk to some ghosts, so I'm gonna go do that. If y'all don't.
They're just standing there. They're not like tearing their way out of the ground and heading towards the villagers with frothing mouths and.
No. Some of them are talking to each other. Some of them are reading. Yeah.
I'm gonna walk on over.
All right.
Hello.
Hello. Yes.
I don't mean to alarm you, but I was just curious. What we just got in this town? What's up? Are y'all from here? And I look down at the ground and back at.
Well, we were, and then we died.
Oh.
And now we're here.
My condolences or congratulations, depending on how you view that.
No, I died a long time ago. However, Douglas here, he just passed. He had a slip down by the river.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hi, Hi, Douglas. So these two deaths that recently occurred, I'm assuming, were of natural causes.
Well, Louise hasn't come up yet.
Oh no. How long ago did Louise die?
Same time as Douglas.
Is this like a clockwork thing? Does it normally happen like right on the dot, or does sometimes it take a little longer?
Time's weird here when you're dead.
All right.
I do like. I mean, we don't have night and day. That's how I used to track it.
Does it?
There aren't a lot of clocks.
Does it feel like it's been an odd amount of time that she hasn't come up yet?
It seems a bit odd.
Okay. Did y'all come with me, or are y'all back at the cart?
I would have come with.
Wow, I stayed in the cart.
I turned back to Key 3, who I assume is either beside or behind me or somewhere, and I'm just like, I think I should tell him.
So, yes.
Okay. And I turn around and I'm like,
"This is ominous. You speak ominously."
That's just my tone. I'm a warlock. It's all ominous.
That's good.
And regardless, there's a lich.
Okay.
It's not
wow,
great.
just gonna bust right out with that, huh?
I found it's the most productive way of dealing with this. We've been to 2 towns already. You're third.
Okay. Well, I haven't felt the lich's pull, and I would know.
Why would you know?
Because of the time the Death Knight ruled the town. Jeez.
What?
You're not from around here, are you?
No. Do I look like I'm from around here? I've got eyes following me around.
Well, I mean, you're definitely not from around here because you appear to be alive,
Right.
which, first of all, cheating.
Did,
Loophole.
Loophole. Okay. That's
for.
what we don't get a lot of visitors in this portion of things.
Well, why? Okay. We'll get to the Death Knight thing in a second, but the most important thing for you to know, for me to run down for you, is there is a lich in the region, and he is attempting to kill off living towns and raise them from the dead again by using necrotic energy as a catalyst to slowly sap their life force until he can easily take them and then wage war with them. That's the long and the short of it. We are here.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So
I
this
know.
lich is either stupid weak or is just messing around.
Probably the latter. I'm just gonna put it out there.
'Cause I'm just going to say, the last time I was brought back from the dead as an unliving soldier, it was super quick.
All right. Well,
Like, this guy just killed people in swaths
So who is this guy? Is he still
and
around?
resurrected them.
Where is
No, some adventurers cut his head off.
Just like you can hear me screaming. I'm like, why? Every good thing. And
That was like 200 years ago.
then why are you still talking about it?
Because it was the most exciting thing that happened to me since I died.
Hey, you know what? I like that attitude. When I become a necromancer, if you're into that, I will come back and I will make you a death knight or something. We'll work that out.
I'm not. I was a record keeper. I don't think I'd make a good knight.
Well,
To
then
be
I'll make
honest,
you
I
an
wasn't even a very good undead minion.
we'll figure
Like,
it
I was
out.
one of the first to go, which was fine because really, I mean, when they're not bringing back the ghost, you just get to watch the body do things.
Wait, when they're not bringing back the ghost, how does that work? Are you part of that process, or
No, I feel the pull because it's my body, but I'm not in it.
Notes, books out. I'm writing notes. This is important. This is important to my.
So speaking about interesting things since you died, I'm sorry, Penn, but we kind of need to.
It's fine. I'm writing it down. Ask
Have you
questions.
noticed any like odd energies around the town, like necrotic, corrupted energies?
Well, I mean, there's always a bit. Like, we buried the Death Knight out in the hills.
Where exactly?
It's a little bit further into the river there.
Did he have any any artifacts or anything? What it could help us.
He was more or less buried with his personal effects. Like,
I am
I
on
mean,
it.
there was nothing that the townspeople wanted to keep.
Wait, where did his head go? Was his head with it?
I think they burned it. I don't know.
Messed up, man. Just
Look, like after my body fell to the first wave of adventurers, I really didn't have a horse in the race anymore. And it was just watching the show, really. I mean, a lot of friends that day, a couple people moved on.
So speaking of these adventurers, did any of them have the last name of Tea Leaf?
Tea Leaf. I didn't get their names.
I'll
be honest with you.
we
don't. I don't hear a lot of what happens in the living world. I just saw the body moving around, and I was like, "Go undead me!"
Right.
I'm rooting for you, but
I whisper to Keith3. I'm just like, do we shout our names when we attack people, Keith3? Like, I mean, I'm all about your family heritage. Don't get me wrong, but like, I don't think they're like, the tea leaf class. Or maybe they are. Weird family, but
somebody out there might know.
Yeah, we don't know shit about her
living world.
backstory. Maybe that's exactly what they do.
Well, in the living world, they might know, but I don't hear a lot of what the living talk about here in my section of being dead.
Sure.
Was this Death Knight evil? Did people like him in the town?
No.
To which part? Because
you're thinking of something else. This was a Death Knight.
So he was a death knight is something brought back by a lich, isn't it?
No. You are poorly informed.
Quite.
A death knight is like a fallen paladin who serves some kind of great evil.
Oh, that's. Ooh, all right. Well, you had me at fallen paladin, and now we're evil. So like, I don't know. Interesting.
Yeah, they're generally not good people. It's why the town worships Ilmater now.
Who is Ilmater anyway?
He's the god of the subjugated. If you are suffering in life, he helps ease that suffering and usher you to the afterlife.
Your town worships someone who pushes you to the grave?
No, who helps you out to the grave when you die screaming.
Okay. I'd lean over to Keith and I'm like, we might need to grab a pamphlet for Richard. I don't know.
Yeah, look, this is the guy that makes sure we don't all turn into wraiths or ghasts or whatever.
Very important thing.
Yeah.
You seem to be excited about when you were an undead minion. You said it
Well,
was
because
exciting.
it wasn't me. I didn't have to feel it, and I get to keep my mind. That's the best part.
Is that what happens if you turn into a wraith or a ghast?
A wraith or a ghast is what happens when a spirit goes crazy.
But does the body marry back to the spirit?
No, the spirit goes independently.
You're so knowledgeable, I must say.
I've spent a lot of time reading before I died.
Oh, I love you. I mean, that's weird.
That is weird. You're really odd.
I didn't say that. From a professional standpoint, I am a scholar, and I vastly appreciate your pool of knowledge. If you're really bored, you should really come to a place called Avalon Knights Academy if you're not too busy here once we wrap things up, because there's a lot of knowledge there, and I would love to talk to you more.
Oh, all right. I guess. I mean, are there more dead people there? Because that's
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of the only
Yeah.
There's
way I
so
could-
many dead people.
You are oddly enthusiastic about this. Okay.
I want to be a necromancer, the best like no one ever was, but good. That's the kicker. That is the key.
To raise them will be your real test.
Yeah.
All right. That's a little weird, but okay, sure.
Yes. So, regardless, though, I have a horrible feeling that your friend Stacy, I'm waiting for him to correct me.
Louise.
Yes, Louise is
Not my friend. I don't make friends with living people most of the time because they cannot see or converse with me.
Well, she might be in between soon. I'm afraid Louise might be undead. Just going on a pattern here by the time we get to these towns.
Okay.
So we might need to get back to the prime material and talk to them. Is there anywhere we should start, you would think?
If she's undead, then she is either a ghost, a ghast, or a wraith.
I mean, she's still on the ground, though, right?
Yeah, the body's right over here.
Oh, you're saying...
Wait, she and the other guy who recently died like near the river?
Well, he slipped at the river. We don't know how Louise died.
Oh, okay.
We didn't hear that part.
Okay. Well, we're gonna have to figure
because
that
Doug
out.
told us.
And I just one last time, I have horrible memory. If she is a wraith or a ghast, that means that it doesn't matter that her body didn't come back. Her spirit will materialize elsewhere.
Yeah, usually at the place where they died. It usually comes out right after and goes on its way.
God, you're awesome. I have to go. We have to go. And I kind of tug on Keith. I was like, we have to get this done like now. But that guy, you are the best. What is your name?
I'm Wallace.
Wallace. I love him. He's my favorite. All right. Well, we gotta go. We gotta.
All right. Well,
we'll be back, Wallace.
It's good to meet living people.
Yeah. Can you see us on the prime material? when we're
Yeah,
there?
no, I can see you guys moving around, but I can't talk to you or anything.
Yeah, well, come watch. Well, actually, I pull out my pocket
You
watch.
guys already have somebody following you around.
And I pulled out my pocket watch, but it was too late. Did he point at him?
No, yeah, he points at him and he's like standing, but he's silently behind you guys.
Walter?
Yes, sir.
Ah, Walter, you're here. How do you
I
get
am
over
always with you, sir.
here? Do you just ride in the cart? Are you like inside me when we're? Is it?
No, I am. No, sir. I wouldn't dare.
Cool. Good answer. All right. Well, hey, Walter, why don't you can you hear you can only hear us if we're holding the pocket watch in the material, right?
That is correct, sir.
All right. Well, I'm gonna hold the pocket watch this whole time, and you just tell this guy what's going on because he's awesome. You should keep him company while we're in this town.
And maybe if you see any like weird corruption, necrosis, tell Penn.
Yeah, tell me. I'd love any your knowledge is valued, Walter, but I would also like for you to be my medium to discuss with this guy because I believe he might have more knowledge on this town in general.
Very well. I shall do as you ask.
Thank you, Walter.
It's a
And
pleasure to be of service, sir.
and
What-
yeah.
When we were in the last town, when we went to the ethereal, could we all see the infection, for lack of a better word?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so while they were doing that, I'm just standing on top of the cart looking around trying to see if I can see any sources of the infection.
You do not see any sources of the infection.
Fair enough.
And yeah, I'm just like I with that being said, I'm back on the cart, like telling Keith Riggy, I'm like, we really need to go. We got to find out where Laurel died, and I'm specifically getting this name wrong every time.
He
Louise.
says it's Louise, sir.
Louise, thank you. We got to go. I'm frantic though because I'm like she's already not up, which means she's somewhere, so we have to do damage control.
All right, so back to the prime material. Gee, you ready?
Sure. Did we learn anything?
Nope.
And
I don't see no poison here either. So either he's not here yet or he's sneakier here. Right?
Oh, somebody did die recently, and they don't know. Her spirit hasn't like popped up, so maybe that's something.
Yeah, but sometimes don't that just happen?
And there's a death
Possibly.
knight. Well, I mean, there was a death knight. His body's here, and you can bet I'm gonna go check that out.
We got to burn the shit out of that before Blackwind get a hold of that, eh?
Oh yeah, it's probably a good idea. And like anything on it,
Burn that all, everything.
What? No.
It's a death knight, eh?
Yeah, I'll just take his stuff. It's fine. It's not like it's on the stuff. I don't think they have death germs. I don't think that's how that works.
Or perhaps something might be cursed.
Cursed by the very fact that it's been buried with a death knight in the ground to soak up the juices of his evil, eh?
We'll see. I might be able to get handy.
There's
suck
no
it.
we'll see. It's fire from one end to the other, man.
Well, just hey.
You want to fight the death knight? You
I
want to
don't wanna-
fight one, eh?
I want to marry one. I'm kidding. No, I look, Guy, level with me. Key3 wants to adventure, so her needs are like met every day. You like to just cause mischief and mayhem, and now I don't know where you stand, because like sometimes you're way over here and sometimes you're way over here, and it's like I'm on the front lines, I'm not on the front lines, I don't want to be in the fight, I must fight this fight. I'm really getting all over the place with you, but me, it's just dead. I like undead. I want to learn about undead, and this is a prime way to do it. So like I want to at least see if I can get something out of this. You know what? If I can't, that's one thing, but if it's possible,
There's a very old saying, amongst the magical peoples that I know, and believe me, I know some magical peoples. They say, "Don't ever bring up what you can't put down."
I'm not gonna bring him back to life. That'd be who.
Then
I don't
what's
want
the
to fight
plan?
it. I just want to. We're gonna destroy his body, like you said. I just want his stuff. Like if he has a book or an armor or a sword, I don't know. I don't
Or
really
a
have a
cursed
lot.
item that you want to bring out of a hole in the ground and back into the world just to satisfy your curiosity? Eh?
Yes.
At least he owns it.
As long as I know where you stand, eh?
Do you
I'm burning
want-
it all, eh? You can pull it from the fire.
Fine. Do you want Blackwind to get it though? Because you can't burn armor. You could try, but Anyway.
So, are you guys phasing back into the prime material?
Yeah, Blackwind
Yes.
don't need no armor.
You phase back into the prime material. And as you phase back into the prime material, there is a group kind of walking up to the town. And the group is led by a very well-dressed gnome who you all recognize very quickly as Spoonie.
Yeah.
Oh no, they were the adventurers, weren't they?
Well, we're back on the prime material now, right? You said?
Yeah, you're back on the prime material.
So yeah, this is the real them. This isn't the historical them.
Yeah.
This is now.
What are you guys doing here?
What are you? We're investigating the towns like we're supposed to. What are you doing? Is it Spoonie and other people we know, or just
It's Spoonie and a contingent of goblins and kobolds and some reinforcements.
what are y'all doing here?
Kalazar said that we had to go check out the towns. He said you and him were going on a secret mission.
Hey, Key 3, you know that thing you do? Can
Yeah,
you do that thing, please?
I'm going to look at Spoonie with Mage Sight. Or Eldritch Sight.
Looks like Spoonie.
You said Kalazar told you he and I were going on a secret mission?
All you guys. Said he figured out what Blackwind was, and that's where he was sending everybody out to.
But there's a death knight here. Don't do this, Spoonie. Don't do this.
If this is Spoonie, then that wasn't Kalazar sent you out here, eh? He knows better, send two people on the same job.
No,
we just
he's
emptied half to keep.
Get MT1 on the thingy.
I pull out the stone and I'm like, beep, boop, boop, boop. But I'm talking to Guy. I'm like, Guy, I think he said we're going somewhere with Kalazar.
Hello.
Kalazar, did you send Spoonie to Lart?
This is not Kalazar. This is MT1.
Sorry, MT1. Did Kalazar send Spoonie to Lart?
Yes, he had sent Spoonie to Lart, saying that the Warlocks had a special mission along with him.
Okay. What do you know? Where is he now?
Kalazar had taken 4 Sunfire pods and then taken a portal to the north to meet you.
Can you track him at all? You know where to the north?
You know
We're
where?
only a short distance away.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go. Does the teleporter? Can you line it up for the same place it was already going?
The teleportation circle takes him to an area outside an old dragon cult holdout out in the north near the Spine of the World Mountains.
We have to get there now.
I can arrange for transport as soon as you return to the keep.
Yeah, oh man. Shoot. I'm speechless. This is bad. I look at Spoonie and say, Spoonie, we didn't know. Kalazar went alone.
Ah, that son of a bitch.
And so I look at him and I'm just like, if you can take care of this town, we can handle.
We'll take care of this. You guys go after Kalazar.
And I lean down in his ear and I'm like, hey, listen, just don't dig up the Death Knight. And if you do, bring me back something, please.
If I find a juicy scroll or a book or something, I'll give it to you.
I love you. You're amazing. Thank you.
Yeah. I know what
When
you
you
like.
find
Get out
that
of here.
body, Spoonie, you know what to do with it. Eh? Burn
I know
every
what to
bit of it. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Eh?
Gee, what happened to chaos? Anyway, I'm back on the cart. I tell
I'm
Walter,
all about chaos. I am not about evil.
Walter, tell Wallace that he can either stay here and watch the town, or he can hitch a ride in the cart, however you do it, with us and come back to the keep.
I will do as you say, sir.
All right, and let me know what he does because we're leaving right now.
Okay. All right. You guys jump off and begin riding the cart back to the keep. And it's a fairly short journey. Out in the north, a lone drow sorcerer trudges through the snow. And as he does, he creates portable holes and shoves a sunfire pod into it. And then another one, and then another one, and puts them all in his bag. And then he pulls out from the bag a transparent cube. And he says, "I'm coming to get you, old friend. This will be the end of it." He tucks it back in his bag and trudges back through the snow. Meanwhile, back in the cart, a small piece of paper emerges from your book, Penn.
Oh. I'm really hoping it kind of comes out like a ticket machine, just like,
Just like,
I guess I open up the book to that, add the little paper or whatever.
scrawled in frantic scribbled letters, it says, "Free me." And that's the game for today.
Whoa! Looks like the patron there's finally placing an order. Ticket machine's printing off. What are you gonna do? Can you keep up? I don't know. We'll find out next time. Do the Warlocks.
Thanks so much for everybody joining us today. Thanks for tuning in. Too Many Warlocks. Be sure to give us a follow. Give us a follow on our YouTube and our Facebook channel, and check us out on Discord if you want to keep track of everything going on with all of our shows, on our Monday show and our Sunday show. And of course, throughout the week, we play various games, so tune in for those as well. And all these fine people who join me on streams here are content creators in their own right, so be sure to check out all their content as well. And to give you a small preview, here these people go. Anybody, step up. What's happening this week?
What you got?
I did up another video in the Deadlands series because I love that game. So this one is a brief alternate history of the world that Deadlands is set in and why it's different than the history of America as you know and love it and were taught it in school.
So, and if you like Deadlands, keep an eye out on this channel for August, because we're gonna do some Deadlands. What's going on with Roll for Initiative these days?
We had 2 videos out last week. One of them was on mid-year resolutions, and tomorrow's video is Ryan talks about the therapeutic aspects of playing D&D.
Oh, there are a number of them, I'm sure.
Yes.
So be sure
Kind
to
of
check
on his personal viewpoint.
Oh yeah. So everyone, be sure to check that out on Roll for Initiative on YouTube. You can little link in the down there part. Grab there. And what's going on, Noctum Sky?
I have been doing a lot more on Twitch lately. Just yesterday, I streamed for there was a break in between, but I streamed for 13 hours one day.
Yeah, you don't require sleep like a normal human. That's
I took aspect of the moon. I'm fine. So yeah, no, a lot of Minecraft. If you still haven't seen Skeletal Dance Party on my YouTube channel, you should go see it. It's a treat.
I'll check it out a bit of that. That's good advice.
So yeah, that was fun. But yeah, and I'll probably be in that Deadlands game. So you may see more Jet if you saw the charity live stream.
Oh, I don't know that it'll be me playing with you, but I almost hope it is. Well, thanks so much for joining us, everybody. Again, give us a follow. Follow us on Facebook and Discord and Twitter and all that fun social media stuff. And until next time, class dismissed.
Great session, Puck. Great job.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed.